Hello everyone, this is Thor Young with Bear Bull Traders, and I'd like to do a recap for you today on my trade. I actually only had one trade today, and that is on Tesla. Tesla was in a major catalyst today, so on its way to $800 apparently, according to some of the upgrades. So I was really looking to have a little fun with Tesla and to get into this stock, just a matter of when and where. And I want to walk you through that process. I've had a lot of requests for a run through of my pre-market procedure as far as how I really select my levels and how that works. So I'll run you through that. And then, the Tesla trade worked out quite nicely, obviously, but beyond that, it's really the pre-market prep that put it in. Now, the first part of my pre-market prep, that's probably the most important part of pre-market prep, is actually being a member of Bear Bull Traders. I come into the chat for the pre-market show every single day because I have to drop my daughter off at her private school for autism, and I just don't have time to drive there, being 35-40 minutes away and back, and be able to put together a full market plan. So having access to the pre-market show, which if you'd like access, you can actually get that through YouTube. Just ring the bell, subscribe, ring the bell. Feel free to like me if you like the video, and that really gets you started. So the guy running pre-market show, for all of you who are unaware, his name is Carlos, and Carlos is incredible at finding levels. He is who I learned to find a lot of my levels off of, and that's really where this really starts and the important part comes in. So Tesla on the chart here on the daily, obviously we're really gapped up. So the main levels that I'm first worried about are any relevant daily levels. Now obviously Tesla's at all-time highs, so we're not really looking for anything outside of the usual. This thing is in catalyst, it's on the move, it's in today. So we're just looking to see what has it done in recent history, and can we use that to put a plan together. So you can tell here with Tesla, we had this basically an all-time high that I marked. Also marked the all-time high, this candle here, which is previous day, right? The 14th, I went ahead and marked the open. I marked the close of that candle. I didn't mark the low because I was a little outraged. I had some other stuff, and then I marked the high and the open of this candle, and then that was about it. So that's what I took off of the daily chart. Now, I basically move around my platform counterclockwise as I do this. This screen you're seeing right now is my trading screen. So this is what my main trading platform looks like, how it's configured. I do have some other charts over here which have the NASDAQ gainers, my market viewer, Tesla, and then a couple of other charts with my P&L stuff. That's on a different screen, but everything that I'm trading off of actively, it's pretty much just right here. So after here, I come down to my 15-minute chart and I look here. Nothing really on the 15-minute chart at the time I was looking at that I was overly interested in. So I came around to the 5-minute chart, and then this is where you can kind of see things dial in a little bit better. Now, for me, I don't really post my watch list till 5 or 10 minutes before the open because I'm not really sure if I like a stock until 5 or 10 minutes before the open. So basically what I'm looking at here and what I'm thinking is since Tesla is looking so strong, I'm thinking about it for a long, but my rule is I only go long if the pattern remains strong. So if the pattern goes weak and it starts pushing down and it looks like it's going to maybe crack or, lose a support, I won't go long in it. I may actually be looking for a short at that point. So not for Tesla. Tesla, we were definitely looking for a long. So you can see here on the pre-market, 5 minutes or 10 minutes out, what I did is I went ahead and marked the high of this range and the low of this range. And it's basically, call this a consolidation, if you will, right before the market opens. But if you get in a little bit closer and a little bit neater, and when we will, you will see that the stock was pressing up over and over again against this 530.54 level. So that's the level I was really interested in pre-market, and it gave me a nice little narrow area here, which is basically the plan will be for me, because the pattern still looks strong, as I'm looking for the stock to sell off a little bit, and then when it breaks my level, I'm going to go long on it for a breakup. So call it a pre-market breakup, if you will. There we have an opening range breakup, which also would work here on Tesla, and I'll show you how that would have went, but this is more of a pre-market breakup. So as the stock sold off and it bounced from 529, it came back up and it broke my 530.50. As soon as it broke 530.50, I was in long there. Partials as it broke 532.18. And then I rode more partials all the way up to 540. So a very quick opportunity for $10. Took a couple hundred shares. So one and done, all finished. So after this, all I'm doing now is I'm actually milking a little bit of a position to see if we're going to get anywhere with it. Right now, Tesla's in a really big consolidation as people decide whether or not it wants to give up this previous day's highs and all of that stuff. So who knows how that's going to work out in the long run. I'm certainly not the greatest trend trader, but this worked out perfect for a nice momentum play. Now, if you were doing an opening range breakout, same thing could have applied here. You would have seen here, we actually launched here. We broke our 532.11 level, which was this pre-market high. As it broke the level, it pulled off and tested that pre-market high to the penny, giving you a very nice opportunity for an entry. You could either entry kind of like a 3-bar play style. You could enter at the break, all right, of the small candle here. So you let the small candle happen, makes a new candle, comes back, and when it breaks the small candle, you can go up. That's also how we basically play our opening range breaks. We're looking for here. It held this level perfectly, came back up, made a new high. You go long, loss of the level is your stop out, and then you're all the way up. Another easy trade to get into. All of this is taking off of the pre-market levels. Now, I'm big into level 2. The whole time the level 2 was showing lovely sellers up above, very interested in getting rid of some positions, while the buyers, look at this candle, were obviously very interested in buying in and getting a part of it. So nothing to stop this stock from ranging up quite nicely, and if it can get its mind made up, might be something that can really put in a nice runner for me. So I actually held the position for a little while. I was going to take some off here, but I was really holding all the way for this level at 547.92 just because I didn't have enough shares to really partial here and hold. So I was really only looking for one more partial. And so that didn't work. But then it failed, and it gave me a nice push and started holding the 50. So I went ahead and added in with a free roll. Loss of VWAP would be my exit. And got a nice partial on that as it moved up. And now I'm holding here to see if we're going to do anything now. We do have the 100 moving average coming up here underneath. So I'm looking to see if it's going to hold that average or if it's going to lose VWAP. So if it loses VWAP, I'll probably take the rest of my position off at 536 and just call it a day. I'm like I said earlier, I'm pretty well over daily goal a couple times that actually. So I'm just kind of holding on a little bit to see if we can turn this winner into a big winner or if it'll just be a pretty big winner. So anyway, I know this recap went a little bit long. I normally try and do around 5, but I've had a couple of requests for the pre-market levels. So I really hope this kind of helped and clarified some of that for you. I hope you're all having a great day, and I hope you're all keeping it green. Thanks.